All right. What is today? Today is Tuesday. I think it's the 9th? Yeah, I think it's the 9th of January 2024. Just refreshing my memories here. Seeing where everything was at and what values they was and what characteristics they got before I start jumping in on the other stuff. This was on the previous one that I did. I have others that when I run into a little fluctuation in design characteristics, I usually try to get a new sheet going for the radios that are similar, and noting the changes on them and the variant characteristics of the wiring and stuff, and so that way, in case I run, in case some assembly person throws a curve at me, I'll be able to go through and dig it up and see that it's the same, it's just different. The same but different. Yeah, that makes sense. So now we got this, we got the oscillator coil all dressed out and everything. We got the first IF done and completed, and the second IF completed. Yeah. So now we're going to push those up here out of the way, and we're going to start the recapping and rewiring as we shuffle off to Buffalo, or Buffalo off to Shuffalo, or whatever it is. Double checking my connections and orientation and the characteristics of each of these coils on the oscillator coil. So we got that out of the way. Now, in a couple of videos ago, I mentioned fricka-frackus, or was it a fricka-frack? One of the two. If you didn't get your sketching and your homework done on the other, here's mine. So, this is done in 1080, 60 frames. Hopefully, it'll be still enough for you in case you want to refer to it. There is some things that are not on here that are on the one of the other 8.5 by 11s. Let's see if I got it here. Yeah, there's that. It shows the characteristics of the oscillator coil and the connections to these, to the wafer switch here, which is those things. 1232 is that one right there. Antenna coil, which is laying over there in the tray. Here is that fixed capacitor, and there are the values of that capacitor. They vary, but they shouldn't be shorted or anything. And here is the references off the tuner. That direction being the front, or where the knobs are. So we're going to start. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not going to get to this today. I did this and got the wiring staged. I got other wiring over there because I'm going to be going into some other colors. And we're going to jump into this at both feet tomorrow, hopefully. It was 19 degrees this morning out, and man, I'll tell you, living in a mobile home is really stressful sometimes, especially at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, just before the sun comes up. It gets its coldest, and I tell you, that cold will penetrate a trailer, let me tell you. So, yeah, so we're going to start on this tomorrow. We're going to close up shop right now, go in and have something to drink, and watch a little tube, and get this offloaded. And I'm doing some experimenting on my knobs and buttons, so we're going to continue with that. I'll let you know how that comes out whenever I get some data to report. So we'll see you in the next segment. All right, today is Wednesday the 10th, I believe, January 10th, 2024. Look at that, a third of the month is about gone already. Old is coming real fast at you. Okay, just want to touch base with everybody on what I've been up to in the last evening, last day. This one here, this set right here, indicates the first run after the molds were, after I got my first test on the, I already had the molds made for this, but the this is the first run. This one here is the second run, and this one over here, that one there, is the third run of it. I did this one separate here because I didn't have enough mix to get this piece. No, to get this piece out of it. But I poured that and that. At least I got that much out of it. That is second run. This is third run. This has got some white added into it, and this one here has more white added into it from that one. And we're slowly getting there. These here are the originals that came off that cabinet. They're pretty dingied up. Now, this here will lighten up to a degree if you put it in the dip and you let it soak for a day. This one here, it's got a little bit of muckiness on it, and it's going to take a lot of rubbing to get it out. I think that goes pretty deep. So anyway, we're going to do another one of these and see if we're going to go. But I got some white pigment coming so that I can get this thing a little whiter. I'm trying to get that to a more ivory looking color, but there's so much green in the B half of this mix that it just comes out with it looking green. I mean really green. So we're gonna keep going on that and see what this. But these here will work, but you have to have a full set so that you don't get no mismatch. Now this over here. This here is from a Zenith 7S633. This is an original knob. This is your band switch knob. The other knob on the other side is for the on-off volume. And then there's those big cupcake looking ones, you know, with deep valleys in them. That are about that big around. I mean, they're big, and they will except for this one, they're all the rest of them are set screw. Now, like I say, this one here is the only one that I had left, and it's the one that I made my mold out of, and I'm not getting a very good. The previous one that I did of this, it was pretty shabby looking. This one here is looking a lot better, and of course this one here is fashioned to this one, and it has that little peekaboo stem that sticks out there. Let me put that over there. And it's going to be drilled for the spline shaft for one instance, and then it's going to be drilled. I'm going to have two of these, and the other one's going to be drilled with a 1/8 inch hole with a set screw that's going to go right down the end of that. Yeah, I had to make the brights. I had to make the brights for this one here. I got somebody, I think, that's looking for brights for his. There's no brights. Every time you run across a 7S633 or 7S634, or if there is one, or whatever, with these type of knobs, one or both will always be missing a bright. So you used to be able to get these at Renovated Radios, bright and all. The knob, the bright, and all. But I noticed they don't have them on their website anymore. So, on occasion, I'm going to start making a set of these at a time and offering them up on eBay, as well as these and as well as the other stuff. Now that I've got molds for it, and I got plenty of stuff to mold with, so anyway, that's going to be it for now. We're going to get started on that chassis over there and start clipping stuff, clipping and tripping. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to have some more.